What if every portfolio manager had an AI partner? One that doesn't just answer questions, but orchestrates multiple investment actions. And that is what we've built with our portfolio research and optimization agent. Before I show you our agent in action, let me get into our agent editor to show you the flow of work for this agent. What I'm showing you here is multiple agents collaborating with each other and completing tasks where AI is doing things like tool calling in order to generate a portfolio research and optimization workflow where Writer is connecting to Snowflake to pull internal portfolio holdings. It's connecting to FactSet to do return and risk calculations. It's connecting to PitchBook to pull private company and fund information and generates a mosaic of insights. Based on that mosaic of insights, it also recommends how to generate rebalance recommendations, and then finally creates a trade file that it sends out to the trading desk. So let's look at it in action. Let's imagine I'm a portfolio manager and I open my console and I ask AI in natural language, suggest portfolio rebalance recommendations for the next quarter. And then what Writer does here, it kicks off a whole process where it researches your portfolio and queries data sources like Snowflake, FactSet, PitchBook to get key portfolio information that is needed for the rebalance. So as you see here, Writer pulled up current portfolio overview of what are you invested in, what does your asset allocation mix look like. Here we see the managers invested in equities, fixed income, and alternatives, as well as cash. It gives you performance by asset class over the period, calculates things like Sharpe ratios, volatility, and then also collects macro and market insights both from FactSet as well as internal tools like PM notes, emails where analysts share their views, where, in here you see that, the house view is 2 rate cuts expected by the Fed, as well as pulls information about different private credit funds that are available and gives you next steps, right? And here it generated a number of charts and information that it used to provide this full portfolio analysis. Then what I can do is say continue to the optimization piece of the process. And again, what Writer Agent will do is connect to Snowflake and pull up information about this specific portfolio constraints, right? So what is the volatility target? What is the return target? Are there any limitations? And it suggests based on the house view that you have, based on the FactSet data, based on portfolio managers' notes, as well as the future forecast in the markets, what the new portfolio, rebalance portfolio should look like. So it looks like right now it's recommending to increase the allocation to equities, cut allocation to investment grade bonds, and instead increase the allocation to private credit in order to benefit from attractive risk-adjusted returns. And it's telling you that this overall optimization is improving the portfolio's Sharpe ratio and tilts exposure towards growth assets while maintaining diversification, which is helpful in the macro environment that the firm is anticipating. Later, what we can do is imagine a portfolio manager just wants to generate a trade file now that they want to send to the trading desk. And Writer Agent, again, coordinates it in this workflow of sending that information in here to the trading desk generate the email, generate the trade file itself. And if I go back here, right, as I can see, there was a trade file generated with all of the trades, with the trade rationale, and then an email ready for the trading desk with the entire with the entire kind of information on what the trader needs to do in order to be able to trade for this portfolio manager. And you can hit edit or you can hit send. And then last thing a portfolio manager might want to do is ask about her biases, for example. So what I'm doing is asking, hey, analyze my trading activity over the past 2 quarters and flag any biases that I might have. And as you can see here, Writer pulled up all of the trade logs from Snowflake, and based on the trading activity, generated key findings. So it looks like based on the trading history, there seems to be some familiarity bias because over 55% of the trades were concentrated in tech and healthcare. There was some home country bias, with 72% of the trades being US-based trades, some confirmation bias, as well as some visuals like sector level trade activity, heat map here, trade allocation by region over time. And ultimately, what we're seeing here is that we are getting a glimpse into the future of institutional investing, where portfolio managers move from just dashboard fatigue to AI-driven, orchestrated workflows where they can get all of the portfolio insights at their fingertips, where they're interacting with data in natural language and are able to build these complex flows, such as portfolio rebalancing, that would take weeks to do and multiple analysts to collaborate between each other. And now it can be generated in this one agentic flow. And by the way, our agent editor is very flexible. So if your process looks slightly differently, and say you want to add an additional step for the portfolio manager, you can just pull in another agent to complete this work. Thank you.